What's going on, everybody? My name is Halvu, and this is the Halvu Moto Vlog. Welcome to my journey in the Hun element, living full-time, traveling across North America, exploring and hiking in all the national parks. That's our goal, at least. And the first one on the list, Acadia National Park in Maine, all the way in the tip of the country. Never been there, never really even been to New England, never been further than New York, further up north than New York, and it was a great experience. It was such a wonderful experience. I honestly couldn't have asked for anything more. It was van life, element life 101, hard and fast. It wasn't all good, right? I had some ups and downs. Actually, the trip started with me breaking down on the New Jersey Turnpike, which is a crazy like interstate highway that just like shoots through New Jersey into New York. And the car started like wobbling a little bit. I heard this helicopter sound like boom, 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 boom. And it got worse, and then it started sounding like the car was being slapped from underneath. So I just pulled over. I got out of the car against my better judgment. You're really not supposed to get out of the car in a situation like that on the side of the turnpike. They don't advise it. It's very, very dangerous. It's like getting on my hands and knees. It's like 16 wheelers were just zooming past me, inches away from death, from like getting splattered on the windshield of a truck or something like that. I couldn't see anything wrong. I looked underneath the car. I shook the tire. Honestly, if the car is not up in the air and you shake the tire, I don't really think you can feel anything anyway, but I was just kind of stressed out. I was kind of worried. There was such a level of uncertainty. I was like, this is the first trip. I'm not even like 2 hours into the first trip of van life and something's already going wrong. It was stressful, right? I was stressed out. It did end up being loose lug nuts. Actually lost a lug nut, and the others were so loose that you could turn them with your hands. So that was a crazy first day. I ended up getting a tow to the tow yard, waiting for like 7 hours in the tow yard for AAA to come tow me from the tow yard to the car care center. And at 10 p.m., they still hadn't shown up yet. So I called them and they said, hey, it might be 12 p.m. or never. And I'm like, what? Or not today. And I'm like, what? So I had to call the tow company. I just went back into the office and said, hey, can you guys tow me to the car care center, which they did. It was like $60, $70, a total of $150 in tow cost, which was not that bad. I'll probably get reimbursed through AAA. But I spent the whole first night in the Meineke Car Care Center lot in Bordentown, New Jersey, on an uneven surface. I was just stressed out from the day. I was uncertain what was wrong with the car and how much it would cost to repair. And I didn't sleep well at all, if at all. I don't think so. It was just like, this is van life. This is what you signed up for. Stuff like this is going to happen. This is a 15-year-old car. It has over 100,000 miles on it. Stuff is going to be needing to be replaced, right? So it was good in that sense. I always try to find the silver lining and develop something that I can take from this to grow stronger or more compassionate or more grateful for. And that first night was certainly that. I mean, Monday, the first day that I intended to have fully in the park, was just a fixing the car day, waiting around for them, and driving. So it was probably 3 or 4 hours of waiting in the shop for them to get it up in the air, change the lug nuts, and get me on my way. And then 8 hours of driving. It's a long drive up to Maine. It was pretty brutal. I finally pulled up to the Planet Fitness in Bangor, Maine to take a shower because I hadn't showered previously the night before, obviously. And that was a good experience. It was my first experience showering in a Planet Fitness on my van life journey. It's $25 a month, by the way, to have full access to Planet Fitness in all their like hundreds and hundreds of locations in North America. And most of them are open 24 hours and you get a shower. This one was very, very clean, big, bright. It was a good experience. I had no problem just walking up there, showering, and going back. At that point, I didn't have shampoo or anything like that, so it was just a rinse, but still, I was super grateful for that. From the Planet Fitness in Bangor, I drove an hour. No, it's 45 minutes to Lemoyne, where the Walmart is, right? When I got to the Walmart, I was pleasantly surprised. It was modern, it was new, it was big. The parking lot was beautiful, well lit. There were trash cans, and the best part, there were RVs, van lifers, even people. I saw a girl in her Civic sleeping, all on this kind of like edge of the parking lot in front of the outdoor center of the Walmart. And it made me feel really at home, very comfortable. So I was super excited about that. And I slept really well that night. It was a little cold. I actually picked up this blanket from Home Goods right next to the Planet Fitness. It was a really beautiful home goods store. And the first night in New Jersey, it was a little nippy. I was like fetal position, all but sucking on my thumb with this little guy here. So I doubled up with this fleece blanket, and it came in handy one other night. The other nights were just really warm, and I didn't need any blanket at all. So it all worked out. It's kind of nice being at the Walmart too. They open till 11 p.m. every night, so I just go in. I got this roll of paper towels. I got some snacks. There's a bathroom in there.
I never used.
That was really cool too. The only thing that got kind of annoying though is just going to the Planet Fitness every night after hiking. That's what I do. I'm kind of exploring these national parks to hike in them. I love hiking. I did like 8 or 9 trails within the 2 days that I spent in the park, and a lot of them are strenuous. But either way, you know, you're gonna sweat, and it feels gross at the end of the day. There's no way I'm gonna lay in bed feeling like that. And before I started out on my journey, I bought all these wipes, like these body wipes, and I just figured, you know, hey, when you can't shower, just use the body wipes. And the thing about those, or at least the ones that I bought, they leave this residue on your skin, right? They smell really amazing, but at the end of the day, you wipe the dirt off, but you still feel sticky. So it's like, what's the point? It's just kind of weird. So my friend suggested maybe baby wipes don't leave that residue, so I will try that. But the issue really was, after a long day of hiking, I need to take a shower. And I'm driving an hour and a half from the park to Planet Fitness, taking the shower, getting something to eat, and then driving 45 minutes back to the Walmart. Now, this is not always going to be the case depending on the national park and what's around there, but typically the Planet Fitness is not going to be near a national park, right? That's just how it is. They're just not near cities for the most part. So I might not even be so lucky to have a Planet Fitness an hour and a half close. It just might not be in the cards at all. So how am I going to shower, right? Am I going to stay at a full-fledged campsite with all the amenities, or stay at a hotel? It kind of beats the purpose of living in the van if you're going to stay and pay for accommodations, you know, from my perspective. And I do have a little portable little shower like hose pump thing that you put in a water supply, which for me would be the 20-liter like big water tank that I have. But what am I going to do, like every night at Walmart at 10 p.m., just get out of my car in my shorts and just like hose myself down, buy a little shower tent and set that up? I don't know what that's going to look like moving forward. Before the next trip, I'll probably do some research and just plan and see what we need to do there. But that was an issue. Just after a long day of hiking, sometimes I didn't have that much to eat, so I'm hungry. I don't really feel like driving an hour and a half away, but I need to shower. So these are all things. This is like van life. This is what it is. Living in the element. It doesn't have many amenities. But I will say that when I was parking in the parking lot of the Walmart or a hotel, sometimes I just parked at a hotel, because a lot of hotels are kind of tucked away, especially if you find the right hotel, and they don't check parking, right? Some of them do, you know, you'll have a parking tag, and if you see those on other people's cars, you obviously can't park there. But if you don't, especially in the element, I'm just pretty stealthy, right? I put my window shades up and it just looks like a blacked out element. And even in the morning, I can just walk in the lobby like I own the place and use the bathroom or their business center even. So I'm pretty comfortable doing that. So that was something that I learned, kind of like an insider tip that I came up with. But as far as living in the van, it's comfortable, it's cozy. When I'm in a good spot, I have my little lights, I have my snacks, I have music, like my phone. If there's service, you can watch things on the phone. I mean, I wanted for nothing when I was in the van. Honestly, it felt like my little clubhouse. It was cute, it was cozy, no problem there. Dealing with the temperature inside the van was an issue, like managing the humidity and the temperature, whether I'm going to open the windows or close the windows, and throughout the day, just keeping an eye. The little temperature thing I bought was absolutely essential. Seeing the humidity level in the van and doing what I could to keep it at a reasonable level during the day by running the AC. AC pulls moisture out of the air, so the more you can run the AC during the day while the car is moving, the better off you are going into a nighttime situation where it might be humid or too hot or whatever. That was the main thing. But I think the most that I can do is be in an area where the outside ambient temperature is already agreeable, instead of trying to like negate extremes, whether you're talking about humidity, high temperatures, or low temperatures. But we'll see what happens there, guys. Super excited to get back on the road. I don't know what's next for us. I don't know how long I'll have to be hanging out here at my parents' house. Hopefully not too much longer. I'm thinking I'm going to head out west as soon as I can, and maybe like Big Bend National Park. Sounds good. I've never really been to Texas, so I want to explore some Texas cities, and definitely hit up Big Bend National Park on my way out west. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the footage of the national park. I didn't get to fly the drone in the national park. Obviously, you can't fly in a national park. I flew the drone like one time just outside the national park, so Enjoy that footage, guys. Please consider subscribing if you want to join me on the rest of my journey as I embark out west and visit the national parks and live full-time in my Hun element. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I wish you peace, I wish you health, I wish you unlimited joy on your journey, wherever it may take you. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next one.